the superstar. And the opponent, from Japan, the superstar.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Raw, coming to you live from Seattle, Washington.
I don't care how rainy it gets, JR. Nothing's gonna dampen the spirits of these Seattle fans.
You're right about that, King, especially not when we got such a great show ahead of us. Excellent counter. What ring presence?
Yes, that was an incredible move. What strategy?
Strategy my Oklahoma ass. That's cheating, plain and simple. That went nowhere. I tell you, King, I've got no earthly idea how these superstars can maintain this intensity week after week after week.
It's not easy, JR. There's no off-season. It's not like you've got 6 months to recover after WrestleMania.
That's for damn sure. And that's why I don't think there can be any doubt.
Uh-oh. Talk about a hole you don't want to find yourself in.
No kidding. This'll rearrange your anatomy.
Oh, no. This is terrible. You can't let your opponent build this kind of momentum.
Well, all I can say is someone's been eating their vitamins and saying their prayers. Oh, would you look at this? Talk about arrogance. It's sickening.
Come on, JR. It's not enough just to win a match. You've got to make it clear who's the dominant superstar.
And it's been reversed. I think this crowd's giving these superstars a piece of their minds, King.
Are you sure they can afford it, JR?
The submission has been expertly applied, and now it's just a matter of time.
That's right, JR. You've either got to break the hold or get broken by it. I think this one could go either way, JR.
It sure could, until the referee calls for the bell. This is still anyone's match.
You can look at any professional sport you want, JR, and you won't find more incredible athletes than the rope break. Flat on your back with your shoulders on the mat is no place to be. What a counter! Man, is there even going to be anything left of these superstars by the time they're done?
Not if they have their way, King. And there's the cover.
What? That wasn't even close to 3.
A textbook reversal there.
Let me tell you, JR, you won't see action like this anywhere except on Raw.
That's for sure, King. There's not another brand of sports entertainment out there that can compare with Raw.
Now, if only we could get that through Michael Cole and Taz's heads, then they'd stop running their mouths on SmackDown.
These superstars are in terrific shape, and that comes as no surprise whatsoever.
No kidding. If you don't have that conditioning, you're not going to last long in a match.
You sure aren't, and that's only one.
I don't care how tough you are, JR. No one...
What a reversal.
Boy, it's obvious these superstars have done their homework on each other.
They sure have, and this is one hell of an exam.
Let's hope it's not their final exam, JR. I'd love to see them go at it again.
Well, if I think the fans have their way, you'll get your wish, King. If there's the submission, there might not be any way out of it.
There better be, but we're going to see a tap out right here. I'm not sure I agree with what the crowd is chanting, JR, but I guess it's their right.
You're damn right it is. It comes with the price of admission.
There's the reversal. I don't think anyone's walking away from this match unscathed.
No doubt about it, King. This one's going to be hell on the anatomy for sure.
I feel so lucky that I'm actually getting to see these superstars wrestle each other.
Me too, King. This one has the potential to become an instant classic. I tell you, King, sometimes I get exhausted just watching these superstars compete.
I know what you mean, JR. I don't think most people appreciate what incredible athletes these WWE superstars really are.
You've got to have some excellent conditioning to be able to do what they do.
Well, that's the name of the game, JR. Here's the cover, JR.
1, 2.
There's no way that was going to be a 3 count.
Look at these superstars, JR. They absolutely refuse to be intimidated by each other.
There's a determined look in the eyes of these competitors. No one's giving an inch. These superstars are going to leave it all in the ring. You can count on that.
I'd ask you who you want to win this matchup, JR, but it's been pretty obvious since the start of the show who you're pulling for.
I'm trying to remain as objective as I can, King. Quite frankly, I'd rather see a good competitive matchup than see a particular superstar win or lose this thing.
Oh, come on. Everyone knows you play favorites. You're always trying to kiss up to the fans by talking up whoever they're cheering for.
I've never been a kiss-up in my life, King. Just...
This isn't going to be pretty.
1.
That's nowhere near a 3 count. I'm sure these competitors have studied each other very carefully.
This match would be over by now if they hadn't, JR. You never get into the ring without doing your homework.
That would be a recipe for disaster for sure, King. That's a short climb, but a potentially long.
What are they going to do next?
I couldn't even begin to guess, King. That's why they say anything can happen here in the WWE.
No matter who wins this one, everyone's going to feel the effects of this match tomorrow.
No doubt about it, King. But if you win, you don't have to deal with hurt pride on top of it.
These superstars are at the top of their game, JR. They make it look so easy.
They sure do. You almost forget about the years of training and sacrifice that went into their careers.
That submission is locked in, JR, and this is a tough hold to break.
It sure is, King. And even if you break the hold, it takes its toll on you.
This match has the potential to be an instant classic, and I think these fans are too stupid to realize it.
How can you say that, King? How can you insult me? The submission is locked in. This could be huge. Well, like it or not, this one's over. You talk about physical
Here's your winner.
domination. There's no question who won that
The
match.
Not
Superstar.
after his opponent tapped out, JR. I guess we know who the better superstar is.
Well, one match doesn't decide anything, King. I'd love to see them go at it again.